guys! So today I am going to do a video over what it's like to have depression and how to cope with it, because I mentioned in my last video how I wanted to go more in depth with how it feels to have mental illness. So I decided it would be best if I did each one that I know about in a separate video. So, here it goes. I've struggled with MDD, which is major depressive disorder, since I was in high school, 14 years old or something. So, and I never wanted to admit whenever I was feeling sad or anything like that to anyone, and because I didn't want them thinking, oh, she's just doing it for attention and all this stuff. But after I had a while where I just had a bunch of crying spells, and it felt like I could not control it, and it just got really, really bad. And I was getting really frustrated over little things. That's whenever my mom was like, hey, do you want to go talk to someone? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay. Then 2 weeks went by, nothing happened. And the crying spells got a little bit worse because, I had just went through a breakup with my first love. That's a whole different other story. But anyway, finally, about a month after she was like, so you want to go talk to someone? I finally got to go to a therapist, and I went there for an hour every week or so. But my mom, she thought that she needed to be in the room with me. So I didn't truly start opening up to my therapists until after she stopped coming in the room with me. And same with the psychiatrist. So how do I cope with it? I cope with it by talking openly with friends now. I'll tell my boyfriend whenever I'm feeling sad, and he'll most of the time try to cheer me up. Sometimes he'll just be in the same mood and nothing really changes. But whenever he notices I'm sad and I'm over at his house or something, he'll just come over to me because I'm laying on his bed, where I am 99% of the time, because his bed's the comfiest place in the whole world. It smells so good, and it's warm, and it's soft. But he'll come over and just lay on top of me. Not in a strange way. It's cuddling, but I don't know. It makes me happy whenever he does that, because feeling his weight on me, but also just, it's funny how he does it. He just crawls up on the bed and then goes flop. It's really funny. I don't know how else to explain it. It's funny. And that's one way I cope with it, is hanging out with him and then talking to friends, which I already mentioned, and then remembering that it's only X amount of days until I go see my therapist, and it's only X amount of hours until I go to work, because I really enjoy my job most of the time. And my workplace is a pretty laid back place. Like, I work for Panera, and most of the people are really nice here, and they're really social, and I really like it here. We're allowed to just be goofy, and it's pretty good. I get to drive around because I'm a delivery driver, and I like driving. Driving is another way I cope with this. I will also crochet, and sometimes I will think about, like, I'll think about my animals at home, and I will, I just lost my train of thought. I'll think about how different my life is, but different in a good way. I'll think about how I have good friends at this time. And just remembering, yeah, I went through a pretty hard place, but hey, it's not as hard as it was. That's something. I'm not really sure what else to say other than, like, I also cope by sleeping, but my therapist tells me that's not the best thing to do, because sleeping to avoid, it. So, yeah. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Bye. Have a wonderful day. Comment below.